Recruiter here, the headless headhunter, getting you ahead of your job search by reviewing your resumes in this recession. The resume we have up first is already a failure. It says Java or Python backend engineer, and this goes for everybody, not just software engineers. Is you need to be very, very specific about the type of job you apply to, as your resume needs to be tailored to that job title, not the job itself, but the job title. And a Java backend engineer and a Python backend engineer are both different jobs that require different qualifications. So I'm only reviewing this as a Python developer, and let's see if we can find what we need, which is Python, SQL, Docker, Cloud, in its words, RESTful API, Agile, Git, CI/CD, and one of these: full stack, AI, NumPy, DevOps, or Flask API, Flask, Django, and Fast API. Blech, I said that wrong. Bonus for Kubernetes, ETL, MongoDB, and Java. So recruiters only have 20 seconds to find that, otherwise your resume gets yeeted and deleted. So let's start the clock and go. Okay, nothing here. You already have that, I don't need that. Nothing I can use here. All right, go back down. Architected pipelines in AWS. Okay, that's actually good. Enabling deterministic parent failure. I'm not looking for that. Java, Spring Boot, AWS. Okay, but I'm not looking for this because this is Python only, and rejected. So this is yeeted and deleted. Let's see what this person actually wrote me, because maybe that would change my mind. Is I'm applying to backend roles mainly and full stack roles here and there. Apply to 1,700 jobs and did not get anything back. Okay, so that's terrible. Your resume is bad, I will say. It's very bad, but it's not a 1,700 and no interviews back bad. That means something is not just wrong with your resume, but wrong with your job search strategy. So for the resume, at least, formatting is bad, but not the worst ever. This is the formatting. You should have it. It's on my website. It's in the link below. But yeah, this can be safely deleted because I can't use anything here. This can be safely deleted because I don't need anything here. And then it says you're graduating in May 2026. That's a little early to be applying for a lot of jobs. Some entry-level roles do let you apply that early, but for the vast majority of roles, if you are graduating in 2000, oh, you know what? No, that's never mind. I am incorrect. I see this here. Most people do masters at the same time. So sorry, ignore that. This was a recruiter was wrong. This is fine to keep, although it should be one line each. But the bigger problem is once I go down here is, look, I don't see anything I need for for Python developer at all. There's nothing except cloud. Now, maybe I see some stuff for Java developer. I think that's fair. But you said Java or Python. And right now, if you apply to a Python backend role with this resume, you will not have enough to move forward. So what do we need in a Java developer? Let's see. Boom, here, slightly different. So I did see Java, I did see Spring Boot, and I did see AWS. That's good. I did not see literally anything else. And remember, I am not hunting for keywords. The reason I am not hunting for keywords is I am looking for qualifications. So if I was hunting for keywords, I could use anything here, but I can't. So a qualification, which is what I am looking for, is a keyword plus how you used it, plus the reason or result of you using it, plus where you used it, which basically means where is going to be under a job, a project, or an internship. The only exception to those are like education and certificates. Those I just need to see. And that is where this resume falls completely flat. There is almost nothing I need in anything down here. You have maybe 2 or 3 things I need, and I need 75% of this to move you forward. So this is one of the reasons your resume is having a problem, is that it's bad. The second reason is you need to double check your phone number and email. I have the amount of people that I have tried to get interviews, but I call them and it goes to voicemail, and I send them an email and the email bounces and the voicemail is then full, much higher than you think. So double check that. The other thing is make sure you're applying early. The faster you apply, the better your chances. This is not related to how long the job has been open, but how many other people have applied. Because that is how ATSs actually sort people, is first come, first serve. The exception to that is if a job has been reposted. If it's reposted, then you are free to apply because it's assumed that every other candidate that applied was not a fit or had to be rejected. So you have a formatting problem. You have a bad content problem. I'm going to make the assumption that you have probably you're applying too late to roles, and maybe your phone number, email is wrong. I can't really say that from here. So you need to fix all of those things and it will help you get a job. Although it will not help you until January, because right now we are in November when this was recorded. This is actually going to go up, I think, on December, and recruitment shuts down hard during the holidays. So you are not going to really get much feedback until the second week of January. That happens literally every year. Do not panic. Every year it's the same. On the plus side, biggest job boom of the year is in January every single year after the second week. So that's all I can do for this one. Let's go to the next resume. Before we review this resume, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe onto this video. And if you ever need more help, you can join my live stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. PST at twitch.tv/headlessheadhunter. That is where I find these qualifications, and that is where this person is currently. So this is from somebody currently in chat. I will review this resume and then help them out after. But this is for a full stack software engineer, which also I do more than tech. It's just tech is in a huge downturn. So like 50% of the resumes sent to me are tech resumes. All right. So for full stack software engineer in the United States, what we're looking for is degree, TypeScript, JavaScript, CSS, HTML, Node, Angular, Next.js, GraphQL, SQL, React.js, API, RESTful API, Cloud, Agile, CI/CD, cross-functionally, and then .NET or Python or Java or probably C#. And bonus points for architecture, etcetera, language, Git, and DevOps. So let's start the clock and go. That was too early. And go. Okay. Graduating January. That's fine. Formatting's off. Full stack platform using. Okay. Could use a little bit more. This is still a little bit difficult to read. Integrated AI, a Chrome extension. Okay. So would I move forward with this? Maybe. Might actually move forward with this. The formatting is very bad, though, and we need to fix it. So remember, this is what my resume template looks like. This is different than this. If you notice, these look very different. The fact that these have underlined stuff, the fact that the projects is not bolded, the fact that this is bolded, the fact that this is bolded, and then the fact that you put the GitHub stuff up here. If you're going to put your GitHub, that's okay. You just leave it here. You don't need to put it across every single thing. If someone's actually going to look at that link, they know where to go and they know how to find it. So formatting is a fail, but content-wise, it's not bad. So what did we find? We found full stack. We found TypeScript, great. JavaScript, HTML, and CSS, and Tailwind, good. So that's this whole thing done, perfect. And then Node.js is good. My problem with this, though, is, and I'm going to be very picky because you've been in my channel, so you should know a little bit more, is what is student-mentor collaborations? You did not actually describe the reason or result of you doing this. You did tell me what, and you did tell me how, but what is student-mentor collaborations? How did, like, what was the reason that you did it? I don't know. You did not tell me. I do understand that this is a project, and I'm not looking for crazy metrics. I'm just saying, like, what did it do? I don't know. All I know is it's for collaborations, but you don't tell me what that is. Built with React.js. I feel like you spelled that wrong. I feel like I spelled that wrong. Wow, I didn't actually notice that. Yeah, it should be React period JS, I think, right? Yeah, this is how it's spelled. So that's on me. This is how you should actually have it. You should have it spelled correctly. Don't trust my spelling, y'all. You can trust everything else. Alongside an Express WebSocket, I don't think this is necessary and it's too much information. Backend deployment on Versal, I don't think that's needed, but Git-driven CI/CD is. Using, again, this is way too technical, and I still don't know the reason you did it. It's still too technical. You're trying to fit everything in, and you're still trying to impress me a bit. Stop impressing me. I won't be impressed. My heart is shriveled. All right, I'm a recruiter. Also, I don't have time to be impressed. And then integrated AI, again, C, to provide mentor feedbacks and to compile areas. This is okay. I just need more, because the problem with this is the only thing I see down here. So is this an okay resume? Yeah, I think this would probably get maybe like a 1 in 50, 1 in 75. But just based on how you wrote this alone, we need to change it. This is fine. Although I don't know why you said spearheaded. You could just say led the design of a Chrome extension. See, led is weird for a project, right? Like, that's the weird thing. I don't know if I would use led or spearheaded for a project. Just do like built, created, designed, right? That makes sense. In fact, you could have just said designed a Chrome extension using blah, 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 blah to overhaul X company's internal ticketing system. That's fine. So, yeah, you're closing in on it. This is better than your last one, but this could still be better. It still needs to be better. And there's a lot of extra fluff here that I don't think I really need. So, would this pass? Yeah, probably, but barely. But I think we can get this to give you a better shot. Because remember, if you're a fresh grad, the hardest job search of your life is going to be getting your foot in the door across every single industry. So I want to make sure you stand the best chance you have in January specifically. Because again, it's probably not going to matter until the second week of January. So let's go to the next resume. But I will help this person off camera or on Twitch camera. Anyway, y'all are going to see the next resume. This is a resume of a Java developer, so Java software engineer. And what we need for a Java software engineer or Java developer or Java backend, they go by a bunch of different names, is Java, Spring, Spring Boot, SQL, RESTful API, microservices, OOP, Git, other APIs, Maven, Cloud, Architecting, SDLC, MongoDB, and extra credit for Kafka, Full Stack, Agile, CI/CD, Hibernate, DevOps, and Docker. So extra credit is extra credit. You need the rest of the stuff first. If anything, I should say it more like dessert. It's that the stuff above extra credit is the main course. And once you have the main course, then you can go to dessert. So let's see if they have it. And 20 seconds, let's go. All right, this is hard to read. Logging pipeline microservices is good. AWS is fine. I don't care about that. Spring Boot and RESTful APIs for SQL, okay. Okay, nothing else. Java Spring Boot microservices is good. Okay. Man, this would be... This is on the fence. You almost have enough stuff, but not quite. I think you make like 60% of it. Although I will say most of it is so incredibly dense that if you're not a tech recruiter, you could probably miss it, which is not good. So let me see what you wrote. You were also in chat as well, so I'm going to help you after. I've applied to over 500 jobs, not received any responses. I'm looking for Java. So remember, make sure you're applying fast. The faster you apply, the better your chances. The guide on my website shows you how to do it. It's free. It's really easy. It's seriously like 2 button clicks on both Indeed and LinkedIn will allow you to find jobs and apply before everybody else. They have a feature, just nobody uses them. Then we go to the actual bullet points. So first off, formatting is off. I want you to look at this. This is yours. This is mine. This is yours. This is mine. So the problem is the font size here. It's either not 10.5 or more accurately is, I don't think the spacing is 1.5. Your spacing should be 1.5. It doesn't matter if it goes past a single page. Your spacing should be 1.5, which I think is the problem. I think this is 1.15 or something, which makes it slightly harder to read. So then we go to here. Computer science. This is, you want, okay. So academic merit award, certificate for outstanding performance. Again, why is that important? I'm not saying it's not important, but like what? This doesn't show me that you're necessarily qualified for a Java engineer. I don't know what this is implying because this is data science too. It does say CS, but like you don't tell me why this is impressive. And again, you're trying to impress me. So that's why this does not work. This is fine and should be kept mainly because this is in data science and this is in engineering. So both of these should be kept. Then we go down to here, and this is where it starts to get a little wonky, is you wrote too much stuff, right? Designed a centralized logging pipeline for microservices in Java, which using for message pipelines, Lambda log storage, trace production issues. I'm not looking for it like that. I'm looking for more created a pipeline using microservices or using Java, microservices, SQL, and in an AWS environment so our engineers can quickly trace production issues. That's what I'm looking for. You wrote this very weird, right? Like you wrote it like you're trying to impress me. So, and again, you're trying to put in Lambda here, and I don't think they're going to care about Lambda. Then implemented a Spring Boot service exposing. See, here's the part too: is you're writing this weird. It's not. This is why we're not just keyword searching. Is we're looking for qualifications. Is you writing these qualifications in an odd way. Implemented a Spring Boot service exposing RESTful APIs for SQL style queries on the log store, letting teammates filter. Like, I'm not caring about that part. I just want to see that you, like, you know, created a tool that our teammates. Created a tool using RESTful APIs and SQL and Spring Boot for our teammates so they could speed up their debugging. Like, you're trying to impress me. I think that's the big thing, is you were writing like you're trying to impress me, not like you're showing me what you have done and how you have done it. So, again, you are close, but especially if you're an international student, you're going to have a real tough time of it. But yeah, this is the big issue, is just that, like, you're trying to still impress me, and I can kind of tell, which is why it doesn't work. I need you to be boring and plain. Just say, I did X and Y and can do it again. Not, I did blah, 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 I'm so powerful, right? Like that. It's just showing that you've done it and you can do it again. So I'm going to help this person out in chat. Everybody else, next resume. This is a resume of an intern, except they messed up already. They said intern software engineer or intern AI. Well, those are two different internships. So you don't need to pick a stack for a software engineer intern. You do once you graduate and you're looking for your first full-time role. But you do need to differentiate your intern resume between an AI intern and a software engineer intern. And the reason with that is they're looking for different things. A very good software engineer intern that gets you internships with that a very good software engineering intern resume will not get you jobs with AI interns and vice versa. So I'm going to need you to specify. What I am looking for in both, though, is the degree, the ability to work well with others, and that you can take direction and criticism. The problem is the basic knowledge of either the software stack, so like Java, Spring Boot, SQL, AWS, is going to be different than AI, which is going to be like AI, NLP, Python. I wrote it down and I'm trying to remember it off the top of my head and I can't. So those are going to be different. So we're going to judge this entirely based on software. Not AI. So, 20 seconds. And go. Oh gosh, this formatting is awful. Okay, supported students. Well, I don't care about that. At least I have Java. Tutorials, I don't care about that. Legacy systems. Don't really care about that. Yeah, no. So, the problem with this resume, it just does not have enough software, which is what I was expecting because you combined them, and it also does not have enough AI for an AI one. So you need to split it into two, one AI, one software. Then the other problem is you don't show me how you work well with others. That is critical for an intern. I know it's upsetting, but it's still, you need it. This person said they're early stages of internship season. Context is of the UK. Well, I am a US-based recruiter and my advice does not always go to the UK. Mostly it does, but sometimes things are different across the pond. So, but I imagine you're going to have trouble with this because you just don't, well, you don't tell me how you can work well with others, and this is way too technical. Like, you are supported 400 students. I don't care that you supported students. I don't. I care that you worked with students, that you were taught by students, that you were criticized by those students and took those lessons and improved. I care that you've done Java, which is good, but what about SQL? What about Spring? What about, Django or something else, or a full stack, or AWS or RESTful APIs. I don't know, because you did not tell me. So this is the problem, is that this is split amongst two. The formatting's bad, and just you don't tell me what I need. This is the stuff that I need. If you do not have it, that means you are not qualified, which means I cannot move you forward. So that is the only thing I can do for this resume, which I know it's short, but there's just like nothing here. And that's kind of a hard thing to review, is that there's just nothing here. You sent me a blank piece of paper that was specified about all these percentages and numbers, which I don't need. Stop putting percentages and numbers in your resume. Unless you're in sales or director, you should aim to avoid all numbers in the bullet points. You do need your dates of employment, though. Those are needed. Next, resume. This is a resume of a full stack software engineer. So this is their, I think, third time submitting it. So I'm going to be extra picky on them, right? I'm going to be extremely picky on them. But let's see if it has what I need. And 3, 2, 1, go. All right. JavaScript, HTML, CSS, good. Agile, good. Creating using Net, Azure, and Agentic AI. Okay. Implemented RESTful API endpoints using JavaScript and SQL to provide a effective. Okay, good. Automated workflow GitHub CI/CD to support a cross-functional deployment team. Perfect. Is there anything here I am missing? I think it's cloud. But yeah, so let me go through this. So we have what we find. JavaScript, HTML, and CSS. We have C#, which is going to count. I still would like TypeScript, but, may not have it. Azure. This is good, but you may want to put Azure and then in parentheses cloud, or using .NET, C# and cloud and then in parentheses Azure. Is AWS is the most commonly known one, but there's a small chance that someone may not know that Azure is also cloud. Still correct, you did everything right. It just, that is to up your chances even more. And Agentic AI. Oh, man. Would they like Agentic AI? And this is coming from somebody who's looking for those. Maybe. They would probably prefer you to list more the tool you used for the orchestration. So like maybe LangChain. Although if you have LangGraph, even better. Although probably not at this one. Still not terrible, because at least it's AI. Light production error. And then implemented RESTful APIs, which we have. That's good. Using JavaScript, which you already said, but SQL. GitHub Actions and CI/CD, that's good. And I think there is Agile, yeah. We have cross-functionally, and then GitHub. So yeah, my main thing is I'm missing TypeScript. I'm missing a little bit of like Node and stuff. So I would still like one thing from this list, like Node or Angular or Next.js. And I am missing cloud, but I think you stated before that you don't have cloud. So those will hold you back, but I think you can still at least get an interview with this. This is much better than the ones you had before. My only real tweak is slight formatting. There. That's what the formatting was. There should not be this big gap between these two, but that's okay. That's such a minor issue. A bigger issue is that I think you may need to combine these bullet points. I know that will lead to only like 4 of them, but I would like you to maybe combine this, because .NET is great, C# is nice, and Azure is good. I don't know if Agentic is as important, but I do want to see this stuff up here. So, I don't know. Maybe you can combine these. If not, still, this would pass. And here, right? You don't need to say GitHub here because you used it here. Unless you want to say Git and then parentheses GitHub. So, overall, it's fine. Is this a little short? Yeah, but again, length doesn't matter. It matters, well, what's in it. And this one actually has what they need. This is much better than your previous ones. So, thank you all for watching. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe. It will help me out. Share this with your friends. Repost it anywhere you see it. I would deeply appreciate it. And if you ever need more help, you can always join my live stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. PST on twitch.tv/headlessheadhunter, where I help you get ahead of your job search. But for everybody else, let's go to the next video. Later, y'all.